Okay, we're just going to first pick Lucian here. Nope, we're going to first pick Vi. Got to keep it away from Peanut, of course. I mean, Lucid had a pretty good Vi game. They just were... You can't... You need to make picks with the Dplus composition that they had last game. You can't just front-to-back team fight against that much crowd control. All right, so we're just going to take Zeri, Rel super early on. Renekton, Talia, pick Ari. Okay, we're going to just ban Smolder now. We're going to ban Lucian, and we're going to ban Rakan. Okay, we don't know whether it's support or jungle on R5. Blind Cassante. All right, we're going to take Jinx, which is an aiming classic. Finally, we get to see the Jinx into the Ari. Jinx Thresh. All right, so we do flex Rel into support, and we are going to take Nocturne, which makes it very easy for Zeri to team fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much dive threat on this composition, and it's not that easy to peel, you know? There's a lot of peel tools on the side of Dplus, but one of the issues with Thresh and a Nocturne is if you're at a good distance to lantern someone, you can't actually see them.
Yeah, true.
So, you know, against Nocturne, the tendency is for teams to come together, stay close. That's perfect for Rel and bad for Thresh. Still, I do think that a lot of the picks for
Positions for both of these squads, if you do manage to get that first little bit of lockdown, and there's a lot of that available here for Dplus if they can get their cards in the right position.
You can get what replays? You get in-client replays, not for pro games.
Lock them down, get the Jinx excited, make things happen. However, on the other side of things, Peanut, he dives in, and then we'll see whether the Zeri fans cheer for their teams here on this.
I mean, Lucid has a chance to do some work early. Like this synergy of Vi Talia at diving. I mean, you've got great pick potential here. You've got a great 2v2 in the top side, much stronger 2v2 with Renekton Vi than Cassante Nocturne. So I think, you know, Lucid can get some work done. He has kill set up in every single one of his lanes. Vi Talia synergy is very strong because hitting Q or R with Vi makes it very easy to set up a W with Talia. And obviously getting picks can help you set up getting excited on Jinx, where she just runs through the enemy team. So I don't really see this as a draft issue for Dplus.
Yep. Showmaker setting up his big rocks as Kellen going to be walking behind the wards here. Both of these teams mirrored ward positions. Very cute. As aiming will have the range advantage.
Yep, and also just to Thresh into Rel, unless Dplus make a mistake, or like there's a gank setup, for the most part, Callan's going to be the one controlling this lane, able to disengage the Rel, able to threaten, and you can see Unlife Esports already playing quite defensively, going to get that melee minion there, and then might have to back off after that. Going to stay in range with XP if that cast, and I think now have to be cautious about the level 2 coming in.
Yep, it's pretty dangerous here, as aiming.
Okay, so they see Vi on the Raptor ward. They also saw Nocturne on that at level 1. So just going full clear here.
Regardless, but you know, manages to pick up a lot of the ones under the tower there.
Zeri Viper just pieces out, doesn't want to risk any kind of tower dive, so he uses this recall timing. Because the wave is bounced, actually, guys. So there's a 4th wave crash. Viper's able, I mean, he's way down in CS, but he is able to get some of the CS from this. Not terrible, actually. And while the wave is pushing out again, because there's no plate that's taken, he's going to avoid any possible gank on another wave stack just by going back right now.
But you know, manages to pick up a lot of the ones under the tower there.
Showmaker is, now that he's back in lane, feeling a bunch better. Zeka also went for that early teleport. And Peanut going to share the Rift Scuttler. Takes this one towards the top side. Both of these junglers very happy to just farm it out until level 6.
I feel like, honestly, you know, you get a lot of power from the Vi after level 6, but I feel like if you can find an angle pre-6 to gank, it's really fantastic because, you know, you kind of...
You do at least have some form of engage CC.
Yeah, the Nocturne gets more from his level 6 than Vi does. even
So
though they both
pretty,
have really strong
he's
ultimates.
just going Cull.
And if
So very going to be a very Viper just went back, picked up Cull, so it's going to be a very passive game in the bot lane from him.
That's a really easy, far easier target to take down.
We'll see whether they do actually go for something like that. You can see Delight.
Good opportunities to potentially kill this area though. Post 6 for Showmaker and Lucid.
As the charm connects, so does the seismic.
Delight's on the roam. Nice stun. Has to flash.
Going to be the flash out from Showmaker. So I think they might have heard you, Orcs, but it was Hanwha Esports that decided to take that information.
Yeah, and actually,
Be interesting to see what Showmaker can do with that, because no flash after Zeka, or rather to see what Zeka can do with it, because no flash on Showmaker after 6 could be an opportunity.
As you're walking towards them, he was speeding over. He's like, "Come here right now." That actually worked against him a decent amount. Obviously, just get away with.
Vi Q's into the pit to avoid Scuttle Crab. They technically don't know that Lucid's there. Lucid just takes one, then walks out, so they get vision of Lucid. Lucid leaves. All right, Kingin just soloing Cassante in topside.
Still going to be a decent advantage for aiming at Kellen as Doran continuing to have a rough time as Kingin just going to slice him up. That's a solo kill.
All right, well, not sure why Cassante was so low there.
Yeah, he's just having a rough week this time around as Lucid is going to be able to secure his Raptors. Peanut not going to be able to steal that away.
You say welcome back, Kingen. I say welcome back, Doran. This is just the Doran we know.
Oh no!
From last year, I feel like this guy was just solo killed so consistently in matchups where you wouldn't expect him to be.
And then won the game most of the time.
So not a great move by him, but not too uncharacteristic. Feels like he's
Hopefully you'll see a replay of that.
But I am happy with seeing King on a carry. As you said at the start of the series, Kingen has been performing much better over the weeks.
And he wasted a ghost. I know, it's just like a bonus.
But definitely felt like in the later fights he just wasn't. He was just there. He was just tanky.
Yep.
Whereas on a Renekton, we've seen him really able to deliver if he can get into the right spots on the enemy team.
Certainly can do a heck of a lot of damage, and that is a ghost on Viper as well. So if he can ever.
All right, so let's see what happened here. We're watching it from Kingan's perspective. So W and E are down.
That ruthless predator.
He just comes in, Qs, gets some HP back. He's at an HP disadvantage for a lot of this case, W and E, and all his abilities are back up. He goes in, Qs, right?
Check this out from Kingan's perspective.
But it's not an empowered Q, because he gets the Fury up. He gets his Fury up on that. Then he Ws. Ults, Ws, stuns. Okay. Well, I mean, Cassante doesn't have any mana, so he probably sees that and it's like, I hit 6 first, this motherfucker's dead, has no mana.
Yeah, so the Q just to clear the minion wave and immediately get the level 6, like he even saw the experience bar. He was so far away, one-shots the whole wave, and very clearly caught Doran off guard.
It was a nice job of just leveling up, knowing his XP, that wave would be enough to get him to level 6.
I can't fight Cassante ulted, I'll back off. But obviously Doran didn't have his ult there and was
He prepares all his minions to die to the Q.
been performing much better.
Yeah.
Over the week, doesn't deliver if he can.
On Viper as well. So if he can ever lock down that ruthless predator.
Yeah, so he goes out,
Danger.
Qs once, and he sees everything is low, so he's going to be able to hit level 6 off this wave. That's a good point.
Sort of waiting.
Then he actually uses Q. It's also a good use of Fury because he doesn't... First off, he hits him with the Q, right? But he doesn't use it empowered. So therefore, he's able to hit 6, very quickly level, right? You can see it on his screen. Hit R, and then immediately uses Fury on W, and then uses his Fury also on... Right. Uses his Fury on W, and then uses his Fury on E. Super nice.
Yeah, so the Q just to clear the minion wave and immediately get the level 6, like he even saw the experience bar.
Dude, he's ass performance on TF, yeah.
The whole wave and very clearly caught Doran off guard. We've seen so many Cassantes where like ult for ult is traded.
T1 finally realized that you could play champions besides Aatrox and top lane, and Zeus is good. Who could have guessed?
I'll back off, but obviously Doran didn't have his ult there and was pretty free pickings for Kingen.
Well, now you got Hanwha Esports doing that thing where they take dragons. That is going to continue here. as they'll lock this one down. I kind of thought that maybe Zephyr would have this conversation with his players about dragons are kind of good. Maybe we should do more killing of dragons, but perhaps that is more of a second dragon focus or a third one.
They did hover smolder, so
true.
Maybe that's what they were thinking about. But then they decided against it, so they were like, you know, dragons are all right.
Yeah, Lucid going to go for a little bit of denial here as Kingen moving into the river. You can see Lucid just wanting to get over, continue farming his jungle as much as he possibly can. As Viper is going to get himself out. It's a decent.
Whoa, nice flay into Jinx traps.
Viper does do a lot of upfront damage to aiming.
Good job by Viper. He just pops Ghost there and ults to discourage them from going in.
The Ghost as well taking down. Honestly, the ult for Zeri at level 6 is like such a massive all-in threat. I feel like a lot of Zeri lanes, you see them just kind of do nothing. They hit level 6 and suddenly the all-in potential's there. So the fact you burn it and force the light to go back, I think Dplus pretty happy with that one.
100%. And so still a 22 CS advantage here for aiming and Cullen.
Peanut level 6 now, though.
Them thus far. And I think with a Jinx,
they're really just going in for the invade.
Aiming and Dplus in general, as far as like feed aiming all of the money, it feels a lot better when it's onto Jinx, right?
Yeah.
Unless she's got 6 items and they're the optimal ones, in which case, stop taking farm. Mega Death Rocket just barely misses onto Viper. Bit of adrenaline, you could imagine. As now Lucid gets the flash off. That's just not spell shieldable. They chain this.
Oh, that's a Peanut moment if I've ever seen one. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what? They can literally see Peanut. Buddy, you took the red buff. Okay, here's what they know. Viper is recalling. They know that. They can literally see your mid and support in the mid lane. And you're like, I'm going to go over here and take these Waptors.
Bit of adrenaline, you could imagine. As now Lucid.
And actually, Lucid just flash ults him, so he has 0 time to spell shield.
Gets the flash off. That's just
and then it's just straight into the hook. So he actually can't spell shield anything, so he just dies.
And Peanut is just going to be
And he has no smite. Yes, Clueless Clown. No smite. That is Giga Troll by Peanut. He does this. He loves dying at enemy Raptors, dude. He fucking loves it. This is his favorite place to die. It's so stupid.
Doran cues the wrong way, doesn't use ultimate in that fight, so ends up having to ghost away, but we'll just get out of it. But yeah, Lucid, when he's played by, has been so crisp on this, you know, not allowing spell shields to really have any impact against him, or even against things like Seeker's Arm God of Zhonya's by comboing the flash with the ultimate. You just don't give the opportunity.
Well, Kingen, I actually kind of thought that he was going to stay under there, but didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, I think
with the ulti available, it is danger.
Once the stun ends, the Cassante can kind of lock you in place for like 6 seconds or something.
Yeah.
When you're in a tower, a little bit dangerous. You know, if he gets the Q3 into W into R, you're just going to take a million tower hits and die. So Kingen makes the right move to back off. But yeah, I mean, Lucid's just been so good at like, you know, typically the Nocturne doesn't feel much threat from the Vi, which is why I think Peanut was so confident there. And he does end up getting punished.
Yeah, and so now...
I mean, credit to Lucid, though. His Vi mechanics the last few games have been pretty clean.
Look at this from Kellen's perspective.
Right, that's the right sequence into a Nocturne to avoid spell shield and get chain CC.
And unfortunately, Kellen takes the kill. Thresh carry.
80 Thresh, you know.
Yeah, I know, it's... Hey, it was a thing. You get that extra flay damage. Oh, baby. Those autos?
Blood Song Thresh?
I used to have... I remember a friend of mine used to just build only Bloodthirsters on Thresh over and over again. That was his build. And he'd sometimes...
Dude, attack speed Thresh is one of the funniest things in the game.
Yeah, this was a while ago as well.
Yeah.
I think attack speed Thresh is fucking hilarious because of his passive, and he just sits there and just like whips you over and over again.
Paranoia comes down, Peanut looking for some revenge, and he'll get it. As now, once again, a little bit of aggression onto Showmaker, but this time he lands the seismic shove, and Zeka not going to be able to find too much more. Of course, with the Unraveled Earth down, makes it very, very difficult. But still, Hanwha Esports on the board now.
Phantom Dancer Thresh, let's go. All right, forces flash again.
Showmaker needs to be careful.
Oops.
He does have support from Lucid.
Oh.
The flash out from Zeka, and Peanut does find the fear. Is now going to be some
previous people
Yeah, there were
in League of Legends.
this was a while ago as well.
Yeah, I feel like
There is the
just some people in the depths who just have this is what they play every game, and that's what they do.
You know, I'm not sure this is where I'd be using my paranoia, but I guess we get Viper fed, so it's okay. Ooh! Wow, Zeka, 1 HP.
Oh man, he was definitely dead. Really, really nice flash.
Yeah, and he knew that Zeka would survive that ult.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Dude, Hail of Blades Thresh. Hail of Blades attack speed Thresh, or lethal tempo attack speed Thresh is where it's at. I'm telling you guys.
Thankfully, he got better.
Nobody expects him just to whip you into submission.
That's a rough moment as Hook going to connect here onto Doran, and it sends a message and not much more.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where you just like, yeah, I can hit it, you know? And Doran's like, okay.
Just play mid Thresh.
First warning, Doran.
I'm telling you guys.
Doran's like, what?
Mid Hail of Blades Thresh. Whip them.
Yeah, it's been Doran's kind of MO throughout this series. As Viper just collecting farm towards the bottom side, has actually closed that CS gap just a little bit. Teleport to the top lane for, I believe, Showmaker. As never mind, it's King back into this 1v1. And Hanwha Esports doing it again. This is going to be second Drake going on over. It's going to be a cloud and an ocean. And we'll see what soul it's going to be. Mountain Soul. Pretty good.
Just the Amirwin played 80 Nico top today and dominated. I haven't watched those games yet. I'll probably watch them on stream tomorrow.
See, both Showmaker and Lucid kind of positioned together, but then Lucid starts to move top to try and help with that play, but it's already over.
Yeah.
Zeka finds a really nice trade onto Showmaker, and then it gets very scrappy here. You know, forces a flash with this knockback from Showmaker, so good. Allows Lucid to find the vial, and just really summoners Burn on the back of this play, because Zeka loses his flash. Then we see Delight going in.
Yeah, his laning phase has been pretty shit from Hanwha, honestly.
Sorry, from aiming.
Peanut does have to flash that, although Zeka almost pays for his sins.
Absurd from Peanut. Oh! Yeah, wow. That's what I expected. Yeah, it's a big wow.
Dplus fans devastated.
I know, but aiming.
Did you see Rogue going double support on him only to realize it doesn't work anymore and sell it on first base? No, that sounds so funny. I can't wait to watch that game.
He lined up so well, even with a flash, he still hit someone.
Yeah, gorgeous. Still aiming now in this mid lane, tidying up the minions, and Viper has just been pretty cool, calm, and collected. 10 CS behind, but does have the extra kill. And we're just waiting to see whether
You normally want to pay attention to at some point, but for now they're looking towards the Rift Herald, it feels like, with the vision setup coming in.
The Void buffs were actually just kind of ignored this game. 3 of them were picked up by DK, but otherwise the rest were just left.
Yeah, I think those ones were quite late, so the follow-up spawns were later. Kingin.
Oh, this is a bit dangerous. Kingin is very strong. Zeka is just going to get dashed on. Look at that. The Eclipse complete.
Eclipse pretty good first item on Renekton these days.
Doesn't get the charm, though.
Well, if you weren't sure matchup, Thornmail not so good against rocks.
No. As that is a decent charm, but Lucid just seems unfazed by the whole situation. Delight moving on over. Kingin is here, though. So I don't think that they're going to be able to defend this turret. Yeah. Shock horror, I know. But Kingin is going to be able to just take that one down. That will be first turret blood going over to DK once again. And the thing that worries me, if you're a Dplus fan, is that we saw this kind of happen in the last game.
Yeah, this is like a shot-for-shot repeat. Dplus get the early lead. They don't get any dragons. Something, they lose.
Yeah, something, the soul's good and they lose.
Yeah.
So it's about this next fight, right?
This competition.
See whether Delight can find that angle.
Viper actually completely caught up now, finished his cull.
Rocket launcher very comfortably able to take down.
Actually has a kill.
Clock ticks down to 1 minute, and the vision is being cleared out by Hanwha.
If Peanut hadn't trolled early, this game would be very different for Hanwha.
They have a Rift Herald that this time they're going to use at pretty perfect timing. As aiming, I guess maybe clicked it by accident.
Nah, he decides to bail out.
Going to use at pretty perfect timing. As aiming, I guess.
Yeah, I think he gets scared of.
They have a Rift Herald that this time they're going to use at pretty perfect timing.
Maybe he did click it by accident, actually.
They have a Rift Herald that
Because he's trying to, like, kill this minion wave, and maybe he just accidentally sidesteps onto it. And if, you know, he could absolutely get knock ulted there if he pops out of the back.
Not sure about that, but thankfully didn't just pilot his way in, and they don't get the charge, and it's just
It's not as bad as the other one he did, where he ulted all the way bot, and then they lost mid tier 1 because he went bot with it, and then Showmaker also died. And Showmaker looked the angriest I've ever seen him, and we've all seen that clip where he wants to punch the camera. So, you know, he was.
It was worse than that.
He was not happy.
Ooh, nice little charm there onto Kingen, who does lose half of his health bar, almost.
It's alright, he's renekton. He just gets it back. Don't worry about it.
Is otherwise going to be fine. Peanut going to be spotted on this ward as in comes Lucid. Peanut can of course get out the spell shield, but this is going to be dangerous. Great crash down from Delight as the paranoia comes on through. There's the slice and
Oh, Peanut.
on top of Peanut. And of course,
At least he has backup this time. But this is pretty silly. I mean, he decides to face check again. He's like, I must destroy the pink ward 7 seconds before Drake. He actually just forces Delight into this engagement. And he's like, oh, I've got paranoia. Surely I will get out of this one. Viper literally has to use all of his sums to get into this fight. Just use his ghost. And then he flashes forward to get the kill. It's kind of silly. But Kingan's on the flank, so he's just going to die.
He finds a big cull the meek, but it is not enough to lock down a kill, and the crocodile is turned into a handbag right when the Drake has spawned. 30 seconds. He does have teleport, but I just don't think they're going to be able to stop this dragon from going. It happened again. So the script 100% being followed as the Drake does go over. Soul point now.
I guess it technically worked because Hanwha got the Drake again.
Yeah.
Even those extra resists, you know, we've seen times where a few mountain dragons on top of an 80 carry who goes even just like GA, you can put them
Solid bait as Hanwha's bot lane was closer, I guess, but you had to use all of your sums on Zeri to get that. I mean, I guess you get the objective and you get the kills, so it's okay, but still feels a bit dicey. I mean, Viper's able just to dash over the wall, immediately ults, and then follow up. He forces Showmaker's flash too, which is good. Doran also low-key here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. The blast. This is actually hilarious. Oh, fuck. Look at this. Okay. Watch. Watch this blast cone. See, it's not there. He's CPing in. And then look. It's suddenly there. And look at this. He gets hooked, but then he's like, but what if I just hit a blast cone and knocked aiming out of this fight? And then he just runs away. The blast cone spawn troll. It actually spawns during his TP channel. And then he's able to use it to eject aiming from the fight. That's so funny. That's why I love doing these VOD replays, guys. Like, I would never catch this stuff in live, but it's so funny when you have a chance to go back and, like, look at all aspects of the fight.
For that top lane role, but it just kind of put into context, no one else really has a significant lead for Dplus, and then aiming is behind 800 gold. So it is all about the Renekton. And in the last fight, you know, in the cluster,
Hanwha blast cones confirmed.
Carry out the fight. So Hanwha Esports do, which is taking as much money from the Rift as possible. Showmaker up here towards the top side. Haven't seen too much from him outside of just narrowly avoiding death a great many times. Does not have his flash. Be up relatively soon. As aiming will help secure this red buff as it ticks over 20 minutes. So collecting that one for everyone.
Yeah, I think Hanwha Life away from it will push towards Baron instead. They'll try and drag the enemy team up towards Baron. It's such a common play where, like, Peanut will head over to the dragon and be like, oh, they're not on this side of the map. Let's just start. Oh no, they're going Baron. They'll have to run all the way over, and then they're hoping for a fight to start at Baron that they can win.
Aiming with the 0 KP. I mean, there's only been 3 kills on his team. It's not that bad yet. Oh, Kellen hooky hooked the wrong target there. I mean, Zekas does a nice sidestep. Peanut just eats it. Viper 100% KP, 3 out of 4 kills. Giga Big Zeri.
Is being threatened right now as that tiny vault breaker enough to get loose.
Yeah, the by himself. Ideally, you'd want someone else to like be face checking the threshold to land them out. But once having summoners,
Uh-oh. All right.
Thinking about dragons.
Okay, Peanut has flash up for the Drake fight. It's coming up right about now. Doran has pressure in the top side. They just pushed out bots. Zeka has TP. This is vision control. Not great for Hanwha, though. They're going
First time we've really seen it used aggressively to try
to
and
wall
get these
now.
Zeka immediately has to ult.
Oh, my God. He hit Showmaker with the fucking charm. Okay.
Not going to be anything that they can actually
Talia wall is something you probably want for this next fight, guys.
well invested, so they won't have that for a potential dragon.
I think you save the wall for the Drake fight and not to take tier 1 in mid.
got Zeka's ultimate, but it's a very
They have good vision control, though, so maybe the call here from Dplus is just, okay, well, we need to maintain vision control, so if we take mid turret, then we can push up mid lane. But they don't have side lane control right now, and they just lost a bunch of minions into top lane turret. But very good vision. They're trying to set up a pick before doing it.
That must be one of those new fancy wards.
But there's so much time, and he doesn't care about hooks because he's Cassante.
Cares the least about getting hooked.
Oh, Zeka's ult, it's back up, you know? In 30 seconds, it was basically all back up.
So this is going to be an honest 5v5. We'll just have to see who's going to be able to come out on top. Eyes on the Paranoia, as well as Dplus being able to get Kingen into the right position, stay grouped up, get the target selection working out as Delight on a good flank angle for this Magnet Storm. They are grouped. There's the Paranoia to start this one off. As in he
Oh my God, Delight with the huge engage.
That's going to be the Mountain Soul as well. Delight taking Storm.
Yeah, there's just too much time here for Hanwha to just kind of like move back in onto this and actually get the flanks, because the vision control just doesn't stay there. Peanut also paranoias, so what the paranoia does is it provides cover for Delight's flank here. And Kingan's here, but he basically just gets R3'd and then pushed out, and Zeka hits charm on him from the pushback, and everyone else is just absolutely slaughtered. Force flash onto Jinx as well. And they try and go in, but Zeka dashes back, unfortunately. Wow. Really good team fight. I mean, I'm impressed by Hanwha this series, guys. They're playing out their team comps really well. Some really shitty lane play from them this game, but in terms of executing comp win conditions, that was a beautiful paranoia into flank from Rel. What do you think about the loss of G2? I forget. Losing to Rogue, even though it's best of one, doesn't look good before MSI or Europe. Dude, it's best of ones. G2, like, you guys expect G2 to go flawlessly in best of ones. G2 is an infamous happy gaming team. They're very good, guys. It's whatever. It's a bucking best of one. Like, yeah, I get that Rogue sucks, but it's not that bad. I would advise you not to read too much into BO1s. Didn't they lose to Rogue in Winter too? Yes, they did. So, I mean, I think they played really. They've been playing really well. They played really well into Fnatic. Like, whatever. They happy game sometimes. They lose. Showmaker's coming in. He's got his Q straight. He just walks straight into a charm and then dies. I mean, the game was over, guys. You can't take this. You have no jungler. Lucid's dead. You got to do something, otherwise they just get Soul and Baron. He also buys time for the rest of his team to get there, so that maybe they can get a kill. So it's actually a fine play by Showmaker. They do get a kill as a result of it. It is what it is. I mean, game is over. There's just nothing you can do. You have to make some kind of play.
Goodness.
The pretty rare window that this Ari with this build with Malignant doesn't have the ult, but they find one to punish. And then Peanut, as you said, he takes a while to die. He's just not getting out of this situation. He's kind of just stuck.
He's sort of walking around in circles. Sort of knows that it's not looking.
Peanut just trolling.
Yeah.
Position that as much as they could have.
Well, I guess we're going to Elder, guys.
Didn't reactivate his ult, but he still completely rolled that fight. Says a lot.
And it's similar to what happened. I mean, we keep saying that it's very similar to last game, and it is once again.
But I want to point out that LCK team has probably never lost to the last team in the table. All right, well, here's a different question for you. Do you think G2 would have lost the best of 3? Because I don't. We certainly have had teams lose a game in a best of 3 to bottom of the table by trolling.
And it's happening once again, although now
That's definitely happened.
potentially a little bit of trouble. Does have access to the anti-CC. That is going to get him out of the flick. Hook gonna connect this time.
BO1s suck balls, guys.
Few of those, and he is going to get thrown back now. Cease and desist as Doran. CC. That is going to get him out of the flick. Hook gonna connect this time around.
Hook, the classic hook into Jinx traps, into Talia W. He can't move, he can't do shit. Then he just gets Vi-ulted and he's dead. But they don't have any cooldowns anymore. They don't have any cooldowns.
Same thing's gonna happen to Kingen, but he gets to turn into a giant angry crocodile. So it's just
Zeka still has ult, Peanut still has ult.
now.
Doran still has ult if he can. I mean, this is probably going to be dragged out long enough for him to TP back in, but all ults up for Hanwha.
They still need to try and go for something paranoid.
So 3 ults down for Dplus. This should be a winnable fight. Nice job. Nice Q flash. Forces cleanse. They're getting to the back line. Peanut ults. They are just killing Jinx. Okay, Jinx is dead. Zeri is also dead. Zeri still has flash though. And he actually uses his sums after that. And here's the cleanup. Okay, fine. This is the Sacrifice Viper series. And just win the game while you sacrifice Viper. Nice. Stalling for Viper flash. Oh yeah, that's true actually. Viper's flash isn't quite up yet. He uses Ghost, and they do all in, but he has GA, so he knows he's fine. As long as they kill Jinx, he'll be able to flash after he revives. That's actually so sick. Good eye. Zelgius. Erudite elucidation from Twitch chat. Thank you. Good eye on that. He gets his flash up.
Yeah, so well played there. I feel like from Hanwha Esports, despite not having the top laner, they get on top of aiming, blow him up, delete
Wow,
him,
that
and we see Viper, you know, he gets punished in a similar way, but with GA up.
that was really interesting.
You know, they kill him, he has flash still available, flash is out, able to turn it around, and this is really where you see the goal difference sink in. I honestly think Dplus did everything right. They got the initial 2 picks that allowed them to contest the dragon. They got this pick on a Doran that sets them up for a 4v5.
I really like the way Hanwha is playing these team fights. They look really good.
Didn't have enough. And even I want you to watch Kellen and the play he makes.
I mean, you can tell they're very calculated in the way they're communicating about these fights.
He did this fantastic. You lose the Jinx, and that is like so much of your follow through. Like the composition works so that you get a reset, you get the momentum. When your Jinx is the first to die, what do you do?
Yeah, well, not a whole lot, as it turns out. Just didn't really have very consistent exotic damage.
And now surely this is the end of the game this time. Really nice team fight from Hanwha though, even after Doran dies, really knowing their limits. And using GA very well. Ah, good game.